Hello, my lovelies. How are you doing? It's Dee here with Golden Thread Tarot. Whew. Just cleansing. Just cleansing some of the energy. Or you get some of that good smoke yourself. I'm here to bring you another channeled message from Spirit. I hope that this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance as always, my sweets. Okay? And, oh, yes. Feel the presence. Because I felt almost guided to put this feather in my hair. So I feel the presence of Mawat here. Definitely. Divine justice. Definitely. There is a 744 down on the real-time clock right now. There is a divine power watching over you and bringing in high vibrational energy for you right now. Yeah. It's rattling and shaking some walls, shaking some foundations, like really changing up stuff. It's giving me, if some of you have been thinking that one of your spirit guides could be a either past life or past over like lover or very close family member, it's a big soulmate energy. So you definitely would have had a very intense connection with this person. That's confirmation for you. And whoever this person is, whoever this energy is, they're opening up a doorway here for you. And they are leading you down the path. If some of you have been feeling like you've been getting like shamanic guides and things like that, yes, let this be a confirmation for you. Definitely. They're opening up the doorway for you for a victory that was energetically, it's kind of like you earned it. Owed it to you in the sense of like you earned it. You've put in the work. You've put in the self-mastery. You are making those right moves forward in your life. You're following your divine path, following your divine plan. Oh yeah. Queen of Cups. The floodgates, that's what I was hearing. Like they're opening like the floodgates. Like they're opening up. You definitely could be receiving upgrades. And there's something here saying like you passed. You could have, now this could be in the 3D, you could have passed some type of test. You could have been in school and had like a really hard exam or passed some kind of certification test. You also could have passed some type of energy that came up here from the past and you handled it. I know, and I don't know if I've uploaded that reading yet. As of this reading going up, probably already have. But right now, as I'm filming this, a lot of our major planets, it's like mid September, a lot of the major planets are going retrograde. So here with your throat chakra are going retrograde, and we've had in the collective, we've had this kind of energy of like old energy coming back up, old energy coming up so that this new version of us can face that old energy with all of the new tools that we have, so it's like old people or old things might have popped up, but it's going to feel new in a way because you're a new person. You are meeting this old energy with new tools, with new energy, with the newer version, the more upgraded, the more emotionally sound, the less triggerable version of yourself. And you're just like, oh no. And I do want you to take the time to notice those things about yourself and give yourself like the pat on the back that you deserve with that, because spirit is saying like you're handling this beautifully. And if this hasn't come up, just know that you are going to handle it beautifully. Trust yourself and trust your intuition. Come on now. High priestess. Come on now. Oh yeah. Trust your higher self. Exactly. You're going to be able to handle this conflict. And with that, I heard the early bird gets the worm. So for some of you, something that you might have old problems coming up that a past version of you would have procrastinated, would have put off, would have pushed back. And now the newer version of you is like, oh no, let me handle that. Let me do this. Let me reach out. Let me go ahead and do that. Let me go ahead and organize that. Let me go ahead and pack that. You know, let me go ahead, you know, instead of pushing it back to the last minute, let me go ahead and handle it now. That's the kind of energy. I love that for you. Absolutely. And it's this energy of going forward and facing, and you're becoming like, you're stepping into this energy of the educated fool. Exactly. And you're leaving Six of Swords, leaving old past cycles. Hello, the devil. Things that used to bind you, things that used to change you, things that used to really test you. Whew. Let's take that out. It's taking my crown chakra too high up. Yeah. If some of y'all got me like me, you got a smart ass mouth. Oh yeah. You might have been having some things come up. But exactly. It's meeting you in a energy where you're softer, but you're firm, right? Like you have boundaries. You're, instead of meeting the, oh, I'm a pop off version of you, they're meeting the more compassionate, more understanding, more, yeah, I see you must be having a really bad day. I'm sorry about that. And people are like, who is she? Who is he? Wait a minute. You know, and it's like, even people that might be trying to test you or pop up, you know, it's just kind of like your energy is just neutralizing that. And you're not doing anything. It's not like you're going out of your way to calm people down or anything. Your energy, like people, you're just not taking, it's like you're not taking the bait energy. And you're just kind of like, y'all want to fight over it? Y'all fight over it. It's not my business. Y'all have a problem with it? You have a problem with it. You know? We have a problem with it. No, you have a problem with it. Even in the face, for some of you, I'm hearing even in the face of failure, like spirit wants you to recognize that if you got turned down for something, if you got told no, if you had to walk away from something or in something, they want you, hey baby, they want you to recognize how and give yourself the props that how an older version of you would not have been able to do that. Or you wouldn't have done it as you know, as smoothly. You would have had issues with it. You would have held on to it even longer. This newer version of you is handling it so much. I'm hearing temperance. You're holding so much more space for yourself, and like you really worked on your emotional regulation. I am so proud of you. Okay, come on, Emperor. You handling it cool, calm, and collected. Okay. Yeah, look at that. The King of Cups. Ooh, because Seven of Swords. Ooh, I heard somebody tried to snake you. Yeah, somebody tried to snake you and you handled it like a boss. You bossed up. And for a lot of you, there's something here about like, because I'm here, when I held this up, I heard a little birdie told me. So I'm getting like you sitting here, chill and calm, and I see this falcon, I think it is, or a hawk, this falcon or hawk coming and landing on your shoulder and being like, pss, 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 pss. And you're like, oh really? Oh really? Okay. And then it's like a person is coming up to you right? Like there, and then here comes a person walking along this little pathway here that you're sitting in this bench on the side of, or this wall, and they're trying to sell you something, or they're trying to sell you a lie. They're trying to sell you a bucket full of trash and say that it's gold. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're just like, oh really? That's interesting. That's interesting. That seems really interesting, but I think I'm gonna have to pass today. But you have a wonderful day. Thank you. And that person is like walking away, like scratching their head, like, what? Like, normally that really works. Like, normally that spill works. Normally that guilt trip works on this person. Normally I can call them and I can get that money out of them. And normally, I'm having that person that has a bad day and they call you and they just start, blah, 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 blah. They start picking at you, or you got a spouse or a parent or a kid or something that putting that toe on the line, stomping on the line, and you're just like, no, you need to go to your room. I said what I said. No, sorry, I don't have time for that. Click. But you have a wonderful day. And you're handling it with calmness and compassion. Yeah, normally things, come on now, in your childhood or later at an earlier stage of yourself, at an earlier stage of yourself, this really would have sent you into this, like, oh my gosh, I'm bound up. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so lost. I'm confused. What do I do? Oh my gosh. This is chaos, and oh, this person is going through this, and I'm gonna make it my problem, and I'm gonna throw my cape on and go rushing down there to save them. No. You see that line in the sand right there that the emperor's drawing? You're drawing this line in the sand, and you're realizing, I am the master, and the master, the creator, the crafter of my world. And here in this world, you play by my rules. I don't play by your rules. I play by my rules and God's rules, or the universe's rules, or however you want to put it, right? And because of that, ooh, come on, come through. You got energy just coming down for you. I really see this as you grounding in this higher self, you grounding in this energy into you, and look at you, just arms wide open, receiving, opening yourself up to this information, to this download, and being at peace. Even if chaos is happening around you, or even if something is coming at you, you're handling it, right? That doesn't mean that, you don't cry, or you don't get angry, or you don't, but you're kind of, if you do, you're like, okay, I'm going to honor this feeling that I have. It's totally normal for me to be upset about this, but I'm not going to respond. I'm going to put the phone down, or I'm going to say, you know what, let me give you an answer later. And then you're walking away and you're mad or angry in the car, or you're sitting in the car for a second before you leave work, and you're just, it's this energy of like taking care of yourself. Because I don't see this as you having to be perfect, but you are doing so much better. And there is this emphasis on spirit wanting you to notice that. Notice that you are making progress, especially emotionally. You got all this coming at you, and you're receiving it with grace and compassion for yourself. But you're holding boundaries, and you're, using no as a full sentence, all of that. And because you're staying calm and open and collective, okay, here, and because whatever this situation arose, you drew that line in the sand and said, no, we're not doing it like we used to. We're not doing it like that over here anymore. No, let's take a step back. No, let's remember, I'm the master of this, of what we got going on over here. Or if you had a tendency to be too overly controlling, you're being much more like, you know what, it'll be okay. You know what, we'll handle it. It'll get handled. And people are just like, okay. Even if it's new people, there's new people, like, people are being like, oh, I really like this person's vibe. They're chill, they're calm, you know? I like that. They're really, and even if on the inside you feel like, chill, calm, where? You know? Like, you are presenting this energy of handling things very in a very mature, emotionally stable way. Again, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be, nothing ever affects me. No, no. That's being too controlled on the other side, right? But you're handling it. You're handling it well. And Spirit saying that somebody here, they tried to get one over on you. But you, because you were in this more emotionally balanced state, you were able to receive that information. You were able to quiet your ego, or to quiet your fear instincts, or to quiet your trauma enough to handle this situation differently than you have in the past. And you were able to get that information that you needed to get to know, okay, let me be cool, calm, and collected about this. Because it used to really trigger me when this person would come and lie to my face. Like, you think I'm stupid. You're trying to play right in my face. But instead, you were just like, oh, okay, really? That's interesting. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Bye. This person did not get the reaction, did not get the emotional response, did not get the usual energy, openness, feeding, whatever it was. They didn't get what they were used to in the past. And you were able actually to step into this energy of, it's not a sneaky energy, but it's like this energy of like, I know what's happening, so I'm gonna be able to sidestep this. Maybe even for some of you, it was a situation where you had old people, that you used to get up with, people that were no good. That ex sent you a text, hey, you up? Huh, left on red. You read into that old person. No, I don't think I will go party and black out tonight. 1717. No, I don't think I will. You were able to quiet yourself down enough that you were able to get some really important information and sidestep some BS. And Spirit is very proud of you for doing that. Whether you knew about it directly or not, you knew about it. For some of you, it was somebody right in your face. And for some of you, it was this temptation energy, right? That devil energy card showed itself. It was this temptation energy. And you were just like, not today. Not today, Satan. Surely not. Surely not. And because of that, you are in this really beautiful, open Empress energy. It's gorgeous. It's this kind of like very like raw, real energy. And I'm telling you, somebody is so hurt. Like, somebody is so hurt. Or somebody is, it's like an energy here. It's just like, what? And no, no. It's because you have done enough emotional healing on yourself that you're really, those claws can't sink. They don't have that thing, that hook to hook into, or that thing to sink down in like that for real. King of Pentacles. Ooh, was it tempting? Or if this hasn't happened quite yet to you, ooh, is it tempting? But again, they're telling you to stay emotionally balanced in this situation here. It doesn't mean you can't be happy. It doesn't mean you can't be excited. But for some of you, it might piss you off. You might be like, how dare you show up? How dare you think that you can come at me and play in my face like that? But they want you to be just like, anyway. Look how some back here, there's this book that's been dropped. Yeah, some of y'all are gonna get a message, you're gonna get a letter, you're gonna get something, and you're gonna be like, you know what? An old version of me really would have popped off at this. Or an old version of me would have jumped at this so quick. The old version of me that was dying for your love, dying for your affection, wanting to look outside of myself for that external validation, would have just jumped at this. But the new version of me sees it as the ploy that it is. Or the new version of me sees that I had plans and is going to let you know, no, I'm not going to cancel my plans last minute to come, because suddenly you want to hang out with me. Or suddenly I just got to talk to you right now. We got to hang out. No, I'm sorry. I actually have plans. Me and my husband are going on a date tonight. No, girl, I just need you. You got to cancel that. No, I'm not. Is this an emergency? Are you bleeding? Do you need to go to the emergency room? Do you need to call 911? No? Okay. You're okay? Yeah, okay. Maybe I can talk to you for 5 or 10 minutes while I'm getting dressed and getting ready before I get in the shower, but I'm not running off and canceling my plans and leaving dinner halfway cooked on the stove to come run off and say, like, no, we really, this is a great opportunity for me to talk about boundaries with you. You should not be calling my phone at 3 o'clock in the morning if it's not an emergency. Like, Or I'm not even answering the phone. I'm not even answering the phone call. I'm putting it on silent. I'm turning back over. Mm-mm. But I feel like for many of you, you are very calmly. If it is a situation where you are responding, you are very calmly, coolly, collected, very detachedly being like, and not in a way where you're trying to play games or not in a way when you're trying to do this push pull. You're just like, no, no. Exactly. And it's because you're healing. You are healing Star Card 10 of Wands. You are healing this burden, this feeling of guilt or this feeling of shame at not, you know, but really what it is an abandonment. It's a self-abandonment, putting other people, other things, excuse me, your wound, even if it's like your wounds or something like that, over what you know is better, is best for you. Popping off at the mouth and saying that thing is gonna get you rolled up, or is gonna get you pulled into the supervisor's office, and you're just like, no, no. And for some of you, you don't even want to do that. You're just like, I don't even want to pop off like I used to. And for some of you, excuse me, and some of you, maybe you still want to, but you don't do it. And you're just like, no, not today, Satan. No, not today. Goodness, I got the hiccup. Sorry, y'all. No, not today. I might want to say it. And for some of you, you are speaking things that in the past you're like, after you say it or after you do it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like a past version of me could have never thought about saying that or putting that person in their place. Or even like calmly just being like, no, I can't do that. You have a wonderful day. Click. Like, there is a past version of me that couldn't even think that I would be that strong, that powerful, that have those strong boundaries to even say that, to even think about saying that. And Spirit wants you to notice that. They want you to see that. They want you to acknowledge that. They want you to be grateful for this version of you. Oh my goodness. I can't save you. She wants to love you right now. Hey, baby. My cat wants to love on my dog, and my dog's like, can you get this cat away from me? And I'm like, hey, she just wants to love you. For some of you, it might be something like that. Uh-oh. Don't step on her now. She said. So for some of you, it might be something like that, where you have a very persistent person that you're just like, I'm not even that into you. And they're just like, give me attention, give me attention. Give me your time, give me your energy, give me your focus. And you're just like, I'm focused on me. I'm focused on my future. I'm focused on moving forward. And it's because this person or this thing, it feels you pulling your energy away and moving in a different direction. And look how in this picture, right? I'm just looking at like how this fox here, and look how it's like looking up at this woman. This woman won't even meet the fox's eye. So no, I got a long journey ahead of me, and I gotta go. And I can't be looking back or paying attention to you. And look how even in the star card, I'm noticing that she's got her eyes closed, looking up, contemplating, deeply going inside, receiving this amazing healing and energy. And I'm telling you, you are one. I said this before in a past reading not too long ago. You are not only the wish fulfillment of your ancestors, but you are also the wish fulfillment of a past version of yourself. Think about that. Think about how a couple of years ago, a couple of months ago, this version of you is the version of you that you wished you could be. Man, I wish that I could just say no. Man, I wish that I could just do that. Man, I wish that I could just let it go. I wish that I could just feel better. I wish that I could just handle this better. I wish. You are this wish fulfillment. You are living a life that your ancestors prayed for. You are living a life that perhaps maybe your mother or your father or whoever, man, when my kid gets when my kid gets older, they're not going to deal with this, they're not going to deal with that, and here you are healing that and not dealing with this and not dealing with that. That is so powerful. But you wish for this healing, and here you are receiving it, and spirit wants you not just to be like, hey, be grateful, but sometimes we can get so caught up in our healing journey that we forget to be like, that's right, I'm really kind of doing it. Right? I'm really kind of doing it. hmm And I think it is going to give you this renewed sense of like, wow, wow. I just wanted to point that out to you. Yeah, yeah. This past release that we had for this past full moon in Pisces, this eclipse season we got going on right now. Oh yeah, 8:10 down on the clock. You are reaching the end of cycles, of karmic cycles that you have put that work. You put that work into reaching these next cycles, and you are 811, 811 manifesting in. I definitely feel like too, there are people in your life that are going to be reflecting back an old version of you to you. And it might feel kind of triggering. It might feel like, man, like, why is this person doing this? Like, don't they know who I am? Don't they know that they can't play me like that in my face anymore? Don't they know that I'm not that person anymore? Ding, ding, ding. Exactly. Spirit is doing this in a way. And Spirit wants you to clock it and then say, you thought you knew who I was. You thought you could trigger me like you used to. You thought I would handle that in a different way, but I'm not that person anymore. Instead of letting it creep under your skin and make you mad, don't they know why they tested me? It's just to show you. Because you are going to see, I'm not that person anymore. Man, why? That's right. I'm not that person anymore. I'm not that person anymore. Let that joy fill you. Instead of it filling you with anger or depression or kind of this energy of like, man, when is this going to end? Spirit wants you to see it's already over. This ain't toilet paper torture time. This ain't toilet paper torture time. Girl, if you don't stop playing, if you don't get up and stop levitating and come down to earth and see what this really is, that's what you release. You release this toilet paper torture, this feeling, Eight of Swords, like, I can't do it, I can't do it, I'm not winning. Oh man, it's old stuff coming up again. Why? Shift your perspective. This is coming up because you're releasing it, you're letting it go, and you're not that same person anymore. That's the point. And again, let me not say, you could possibly have old people, old things, old belief systems coming up And you're just like, man, I'm just not that person anymore. Man, the old version of me would have really fell for that okie doke. And you might have some people meeting you with that whole, oh, you too good for this. Oh, you changed. Oh, you not that person. You're damn Skippy. I'm not. And I put in a lot of work to not be that person anymore. And if you want to be that person, I'm happy for you. If that's what you really want, be that. Also, some of you might have people who are testing you in a way where it's like they're going to project a false version of you onto you. Again, like I said in my last message, where I talked about Jesus, that message that Jesus had for us, right? It is not your job to see faults in the fact that other people can't see you clearly. That's not your job. That's not your fault. That's not their fault. It's not time. Or it's not time. Either it's not time they can't, or they are unwilling. Or they are triggered by the fact that you're not who you used to be and they still are who they are. Maybe for some of you, you are shining out this example of what this person is to become, but they're not there yet. Or they might be feeling triggered. It's like, oh, what you think? Don't forget, you was just here. Just 2 years ago, you was here. Just a little bit ago, this bar was your home away from home. Who do you think you are now? I'm a person that decided that I had an alcohol addiction and I'm not going back anymore. I'm the person who wants to be there for my kids. I'm the person who wants to get over that. Now, me personally, I did not have an alcohol addiction, but it's like, okay, I don't want to be that person anymore. Nothing knocking against you, but it's not healthy for me. It's not right for me. And the truth is, you know that. You know that I'm a healthier, better version of myself now. I hesitate to say better, but a more balanced, a healthier, a more present, a less detached, a more emotionally regulated person. They know that. They know that. But because you are radiating that, when they look at you, they see the lack of that within themselves. And so they are projecting that energy onto you. Now, not all of you, but some of you might go through that as well. Some of them are still trying to howl at the moon, and they're like, "Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you doing that? Why are you that lone wolf over there? Why aren't you part?" They see this rift again. Like I said, they see this rift coming between the two of you, and they're howling out, saying, "Wait, come back. Wait, act like this. Wait, don't you want to take a hit at this? Don't you want to take a puff of that? Don't you? Come on, it's just a couple of drinks." Or come on back. Hey, I missed you. I missed you, girl. I love you. I care about you. 333 down on the clock. You are mastering yourself. Okay? And because you are mastering that part of yourself, you're the magician. Okay? It's going to be easier for you to spot this. It's going to stand out even more to you. Spirit is encouraging you to shift your perspective from, man, why do I still have to see this? To, I see that and I see me over here and I'm not that anymore. Appreciate it. I see that. I see my growth in you. While you're busy comparing the two of us, let me notice that I ain't that anymore. And if I still do have some of those tendencies, you're mirroring to me the things that I need to still heal and work on in myself. Things are coming up to the surface for you to release them and let go of them. They are not coming up to the surface to be a burden for you to carry on your back. They are coming up to the surface so that you can let them go. And I know it can be hard to see it, right? They want you to see these burdens that you're carrying on your back so that you can let them go, so that you can give them healing, so that you can give them the time and the energy within yourself to heal them and let go of them. Huh. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about that. Let me journal about it. Let me get it out. Let me burn it. Let me do a releasing spell on it. Let me light a few candles in the name of this, of my spirit guides coming into my life to heal this. Oh, that's coming up. Let me read a book about it. Let me educate myself about it. Let me understand what's really going on here. This is an opportunity for you to, again, meet this old issue from a new perspective, from the new version. Let me reintroduce myself. Let me introduce you to the new me. And the new me don't handle things the way that I used to. I hold grace and compassion and understanding for the version of me that didn't know how to do better. But I do now. And I'm going to do that. Because I see that value. I see that worth in myself. I know who I am. I hold space for myself. I am settled and grounded into this. Be cautious. And because you are shining that bright energy out at you, okay, you might have some people trying to Mickey mock, TikTok, hold up little false mirrors up to you. Oh, you're healing and doing better. Me too. Oh, your life's doing so much better. Me too. Careful. Careful. Because you got brand new. Spirit, come on now. You talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. What did I say? These old cycles are coming up so that you can lay those burdens down. You are beginning new cycles here. And this newer, look, you see the snake on her lap? This newer version of you, this version of you who has shed your old skin, is coiling up around you to remind you, remember who you are. Remember, we walking down this path, and this, we don't do that same shit anymore. We don't handle it that way anymore. We said, I wanted to let this go. I wanted to release this. Let me show myself that I am. Let me show these other motherfuckers that I am. Don't make it about them. Just make it about showing yourself. They'll see. They'll see. They surely will. Because there's a little side message here. For some of you too, your intuition has been telling you, hey, watch out. Hey, slow down. Hey, pay attention. Okay? There's a little twitty bird's done come and told me that you ain't who you say you are. And you might have, see, they got the little horns there. You might have this temptation kind of energy that's like, it might be in a new face, it might be in a new form, or it might come in the old form. But as they say, don't let this scare you, but as they say, new levels, new devils. And what that means is you got this energy coming up that this new version of you, oh my gosh, that scared me. That this new version of you, come on now. My cat, hey, excuse me, can you get down? Hold up. So my cat was over there knocking around and knocked over my amethyst. So yeah, your spirit guides are telling you, open up so you can receive these messages. Again, like I said, I'm getting this energy like for some of you, for some reason you've been fighting receiving some truths, maybe about yourself, maybe about other people. If they're about other people, it's probably about what those other people represent to something inside of yourself. Okay? I know what this is for me. Lord have mercy. Okay? Y'all pay attention. Y'all pay attention. Because as soon as you decide, you know what, I'm going to let this go, it's going to pay attention. Ooh, for some of y'all are really being guided to the reading that I did before this. That was about, I was like, there was this person and you're both healing the Three of Swords energy. And I was like, you need to turn around and go your own direction. And as soon as you turn around and went your own direction, this other person or this other thing was like, wait a minute. That's giving me that energy. Because, and they're showing me, if you really pay attention, you're gonna see the difference here. You are. But you gotta pay attention. Look at these two things. Okay? One of these is very lush, very green, very mossy. The other one is kind of like a fall landscape where the leaves are falling off the trees. My camera's not picking it up very well, but like everything looks like it kind of has this like orange color to it versus this very green color over here. You can kind of see it. Notice here too how lush and how much moss and green and everything's like very naturally growing around. Everything's very naturally full and lush. And the little like twigs and stuff that are growing out of her shoulders and out of her wrist are full of leaves and berries. And look at this person. Because it's fall, but that's giving me this like I'm hearing King of the Fall. Isn't that a Weekend song? The King of the Fall? Yeah. There might be some lyrics there that are right for you. You might want to pay attention to. But again, it's giving me energy of whatever this is. They have the apple here too. They've bitten the apple. They've taken the temptation. And something here is not growing. Because see how their little twigs and their little leaves coming out of their shoulders and out of their wrists, the leaves have fallen away. And it's becoming bare. And the leaves up here in the trees are turning and starting to fall. However, and I get it, it's because this person is like the king of the harvest, right? So it's fall and everything's grown all year, and now this person is like, look at my big bounty that I have. But I'm noticing here too how this person has like the moss and it's like growing on their eyes. And it's giving me this energy of like the green eye, like envy. I feel like even if it's not at first, I feel if this is a new person coming towards you, I feel like this person could grow to become envious of your growth. Or if this is an old person, they are already envious of your growth, envious of the change, envious of the ever flowing bounty that you and your energy seems to be in. Because look here, the pinnacle is like settled into her like womb space. It's heavy. It's it's holding. It's full. It's lush. It's giving. Okay. And theirs is not even on their body. It's kind of in front of them, and it's like, oh, look at this. Look, I have a pinnacle too, just like you. But it's giving. Maybe they didn't even grow that pinnacle. 4444 down on the clock. Mm. It's giving, look at all this lush. It's giving, on paper, it feels good. On paper, it looks good. at first it feels good or it looks good, but there's something here about you and this person being in vastly different seasons or in different times of your life. You are in a time where you are about to, or you have been, and you are going to continue to just completely overflow. And it's just going to be green and mossy and thick and earthy and lush and fertile. It's good soil over here because you're doing all this good work. And when you drop this ten of wands, boom, in comes all the things that you couldn't receive before, right? Or in comes all the things that are on the other side of all this work that you're doing. You know, your wheels are getting greased up. And it feels to me like this person is in a time of lack starting in their life. They're on the verge of a time of hermitude or a time of lack or a time of shutdown in their energy. I'm hearing something didn't work out, but it's almost as if, so I'm getting this energy here of like, say that somebody had a business and this business is failing. However, you know, you go into the business, lush. Everything looks so nice. They're giving away free drinks. They got appetizers, you know. Everything looks nice, you know, like nice furniture, nice floors. All the people that work there, big smiling, happy, nice faces. When if you pushed open one of the doors, you would see that there was just papers and bills with final notice on it, just stacked up to the ceiling. It's just chaos. Right underneath the surface, there's chaos, there's lack, there's... And I'm not saying that this person is a bad person. I'm just saying that their life is in the middle of falling apart. But they are holding a very prosperous mask up. For you, don't take it personally because it's for everyone. For you and everyone to see. And this person has already eaten like half of this apple. But they see that you are in a place, well, damn, your flowers are just blooming. In a little bit, next season, you're going to have a whole tree full of apples. Well, while this person's apple tree is dead or it's dying, they've had somebody come out and look at their apple orchard and they're saying, this is it. This is the last harvest you're getting out of this apple orchard. And although right now they might have buckets full of apples, this is it. Disease has come out and it's rotted their whole apple orchard. A tower has struck. And it is for growth, but it seems like, you know, like maybe in a few seasons earlier, this person had somebody tell them, hey, you know, if you don't handle this right now, you could have a nasty infection. Or, hey, you know, there's this one tree here in the back and it's got some kind of fungus on it. And if you don't tend to it, it could rot your whole orchard. And this person said, you don't know what you're talking about. Look at all these apples. Look at all these trees. Everything's so beautiful. Everything's so fresh. I'm doing so well. 6 months later, this person's whole orchard field is kaput, rotted. And they had to go in and just quick, take everything off the vine. And they've had somebody come in and set and let them know, hey, I told you, but this is done. I don't know what you're gonna do, but this field is gone. It's done. It's got to be sprayed. It's got to be plowed. You got a lot of work ahead of you before you'll be able to plant new seeds, if ever. And it's giving me this energy here of this person was holding on to something that spirit kept telling them needed to go and was rotten, and they needed to work on it. But they were so busy keeping up a facade that suddenly they turned around and their whole orchard tree, their whole orchard was rotten. And they are looking for, they're not necessarily giving me opportunist vibes, because this person has every intention now. They're putting out feelers. They're thinking, okay, if I sell all these apples, I might just have just enough money to buy a new patch of land and plant new seeds. But it's going to be a minute before those seeds come and they sprout and they grow and I can harvest again. And I'm going to be in the red until I do. And they're looking around and they see you sitting there blooming and growing and doing well. And you got people looking at, oh, these are the most beautiful trees I've ever seen. These apples are going to be amazing. And here you come, right as they're declining, here you are coming up. And it's giving this person this feeling like God took it away from me and gave it to you. Although that might not be. You and this person are just in different seasons of your life. And this person's a King of Pentacles. Will they get it again? Yeah, they'll get it again. But they gotta do the work. And this person doesn't want to look like a failure while they're doing the work. They like to do the work real quiet behind the scenes, but look like they got everything like they got everything together on the surface. And they are unwilling to let go of that, making everything look good on the surface. They were so scared that somebody might find out that they had, oh, it's just one tree, we'll get rid of it. We should burn it. Well, don't burn it right now. There's people around. Well, wait. Hey, boss, that tree's still. Hey, boss, now there's two trees. Don't worry about it. We got to get rid of it. We got to quietly get rid of it. Well, boss, I really feel like nope. Keep it hush. Nobody needs to know that things are. That little string was getting pulled and pulled and pulled, and now their whole operation has unraveled because they just couldn't stand the thought of somebody thinking, this is unraveling. I'm losing this. I told everybody that I was going to have the biggest, best orchard, and I've taken all my apples and I've turned them into cider, and I've turned them into this, and I've turned them into butter and preserves, and I have all this, and I've spent a bunch of the money to, on cars or I have all these responsibilities. I've taken on all this, and now everything's falling apart, and I cannot stand for anybody to know that this didn't work out. And spirit, I don't want to say humble. No, stop. I don't want to say this person, but they needed to be okay with losing it. They needed to be okay with letting it go, if that's what it took. If what it took was having some people see their cracks, if what it took was them to be emotionally vulnerable and say, I need help, this is falling apart, I'm going to have to let this go or let that go. But they weren't willing to do that. This person might have experienced some kind of burnout, and now they've experienced a crash because of that burnout. Mm-hmm. It was upside down. This person is not feeling independent. Like I said, they've turned all their grapes or all they have this one barrel, and that's all they got. And they're hoping that you'll just see that barrel and just hear them say, oh yeah, they don't take you to see they say, oh yeah, I got the best, or I know, look, you got apples and I know how to make wine, or I know how to make it into apple cider. Look, Here's this barrel apple cider. Here, taste it. See it. I'm gonna be selling it down at the farmer's market. Why don't you come down and see how successful my business is? Mm-hmm. King of Cups. Spirit wants you to emotionally regulate. Do not jump into this too quickly. Slow down and take your time to see the truth of this situation. Ooh, oh my God. Spirit just said, I want you to know something. A lot of people got a lot of potential. That doesn't mean they're going to do what they say they're going to do with it. That doesn't mean that they're going to tap into it. This person definitely has the potential. And they will, like I said, they're the King of Pentacles. They will make it there one day. But when and where and with who and how long, I don't know. Spirit says they want you to slow down and to see if this is really what's best for you. And to see, they really want you to learn this lesson of things lining up, of you choosing things that line up with the season that you're in. Okay. King of Wands, yeah, because whatever it's going to be very anxious and very like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Very passionate, very anxious. They're like, oh, you got a wand, I got a wand too. 4 of Wands. This is something different. Spirit wants you to have the backbone to stand in your authenticity. If you know that you need 5 pentacles, or you know that you need 6 pentacles, and this person comes at you with 1 pentacle, no matter how good it seems, is 1 pentacle really enough for you? When you know that you need 6. And this person says, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I got this 1 pentacle, and I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna flip it, and I'm gonna get 5 more pentacles. I'm gonna turn it into 6. Again, they want you to meet this old energy that you've already dealt with before in a new energy. Now, that might not mean being like, F you, absolutely not. I don't know, maybe if it's somebody from your past, maybe so. However, maybe it's an energy of, well, I'm not going to quite sign that. You know what? This apple cider is really good. But you know what? Why don't you let me come down to your orchard and see your orchard? Why don't you sit down with me? You know, I'm doing my thing and I'm growing my orchard, and let's just see how things go. I'm gonna do my thing, you do your thing, and I'm gonna see how things go. And don't worry, yeah, you know, you let me know anytime you're down at the farmer's market. And if I got time, I'll come down there and I'll support you. I'll buy a glass of that apple cider. It is really good. And Spirit just wants you to know that being able to see the beautiful potential in somebody is gorgeous. That's wonderful. But is this person going to make something shake with that potential? Spirit said to just slow down and take the cape off. Slow down, take the cape off, sit in your worth, sit in your value. Mm-hmm. What did I say? Because this Three of Swords makes you want to run in right quick and save somebody or rescue somebody or oh, yeah, you know what? Well, you know how to make the cider and I have the apples, so let's just get together and let's do this. Next thing you know, you're trusting this person to tend your orchard, and next thing you know, your orchard's got rot in it too. And maybe this person says, "Ooh, this happened at my orchard. You need to go ahead and nip this in the bud right quick." Or maybe this person makes the same freaking mistake that they did in the past, and now both of y'all got rotten orchards. You just have to slow down. Mm-hmm. Slow down. Keep it emotionally regulated. The old version of me would have popped at this at the second and would have been like, yes, I'm in love with you. Let's move in together. This is amazing. 6 months from now, it's, I can't, I just, you're crying, you're stumbling around, I can't believe I did just like I did in the past. How have I not learned my lesson yet? Exactly. And I'm not saying bring negative energy to this and think, but it does feel like an old energy here is going to come back up. And it is this thing of like, it's beautiful that something has potential, right? Have your discernment hat on. Take those rose-colored glasses off and look at the actual situation for what it is. I'm not saying that, that this person is some crazy opportunist or narcissist or liar or psychopath. I'm not saying all that. But if potential doesn't bloom, and if you're blooming and that person is not growing and they're gaining resentment for your growth, that's not what you need. There's nothing wrong with seeing potential as long as that potential actually manifests into to change or to growth, or at the very, very, very least support. But I just, again, there is this energy here of with this green around this person's eyes. I don't feel like this person might have to meet and have the opportunity here to overcome some type of shadow or toxic masculinity, because it feels like it kind of feels like that, like this person feels like they have to have everything together, like they have to be winning and they have to be succeeding and they have to be doing a man's job, and no matter who they are, they feel like they gotta have it all together and they gotta look successful and they gotta be paying the bills and winning, doing being the breadwinner and doing all of this. And when they are in a season of their life shutting down so they can go inside and heal, and you were in a season of pop out, that seems like it could be very triggering to this person. So if this person is not willing to make that decision and cut those ties and choose to evolve, choose to grow, what internally, emotionally, be aware. Yeah. Is this person really going to step into that energy and learn from this situation? Be aware. Maybe the best thing to do is, if you're unsure, maybe the best thing to do is just be friends, just be neighbors, just, oh yeah, I'll keep an eye out, I'll stop by sometime at your orchard and see how things are going. Yeah. This Eight of Pentacles fell out in the block position, and it fell out in the block position over this Seven of Swords. Oh, I just see so much beauty and so much growth and so much wisdom. I see you step into a leadership position. I see you working with spirit guides. For some of you, even working with children, doing community outreach programs. I just see so much growth and so much beauty coming into your life. And spirit just wants to know that if you need to, you can remember that you can draw that line in the sand and say, a little birdie told me about how if you weren't growing, I find it interesting that you didn't tell me about how your whole entire orchard rotted away. You were talking about bringing some of your trees over into my soil, and oh yeah, they can cross pollinate, and but yet you ain't got no trees, or your trees are. I find it weird that you're doing that. I find it weird that you'll never take me to your orchard, even though all you do is talk about it. I find it weird that all I ever see is this one barrel of apple cider, but where's the rest? Again, and it doesn't give me necessarily the this person doesn't feel like a bad person. They don't feel like that narcissistic ex. They don't feel like the user, the abuser. But they do strike me as someone who is being asked to overcome and make some decisions and go inside and see and recognize the potential that they have and act upon it. For a lot of you, this person is being asked is being issued into a time of solitude. They're not being issued into a time of, I need to work with other people, or I need to lean on this person to get the information that they need. They're being told, hey, it's time to do it yourself. They're being in a time of things shutting down, things slowing down, while things are ramping up for you. And they're being asked, both of you are being asked to not be afraid to be independent, to not be afraid to handle things different. Again, it's this energy of, so this is happening. How are you going to handle it? Are you going to handle it differently than you chose to in the past? And the way you handle it in the past caused issues, caused problems. Are you going to choose to abandon yourself? Are you going to choose to look outside of yourself to fulfill this need that you have, that you feel? Are you going to get tempted into codependency, into leaning in to someone else to do the work for you, or to just constantly see the potential with, well, there's no growth in you? Or, I feel in the past that this person has had a lot of people in their life that have just looked at the harvest, just looked at the wine barrel, just looked at the apple butter, and been like, this is amazing. And you're so great, and you're so wonderful, and you're somebody, this person needs needs to see a reflection of a person who is saying, nah, actually my life is not together. Things are kind of falling apart, but I'm going to get it together and I'm going to do it and I'm going to go it. I'm going to face my, I'm going to face my fears and that's what I'm going to do. But this person has to discover that inside of themselves. They have to discover that. And I feel like you are now here at this moment discovering that inside of yourself. Excuse me. I'm telling you. Go inside. Don't be afraid to go on this journey. Don't be afraid. Come on now. You and this person are both being asked to find that strength inside of yourselves, to hold yourself up, to be your own backbone, to be your own, to be humble enough to say, one day I want to be the teacher. Now I need to be the student. Now I'm listening. Now I'm growing. Now I'm going inside. Now I'm cultivating that inner flame energy. You're both discovering and analyzing issues around your worth and your understanding, and how you have both equated your worth to something outside of yourself. It's something outside of yourself that's given you self-worth. And right now, both of you are going through challenges and are facing fears around saying, no, I am what gives me worth. And you're cultivating that fire from within so that when the time comes, both of you will shine brightly with that inner flame energy. Actually, it's the other way around. This person has to cultivate their inner Queen of Wands, and you need to cultivate your inner King of Wands. Both of you are being asked to understand and balance out your feminine and masculine energy, and remember that you are the magician. I feel like this person is in the process of healing their inner divine feminine, and you are in the process of healing your inner divine masculine. I feel like this is turning into completely different reading. Well, there might be different people. I feel like the majority of people, the early part of the reading was for them, and then there's a smaller set of people that watch the whole reading, or that will be drawn to watch the whole reading, who this later part of the reading will apply to. Come on now. Both of you are going through this transformational energy. Both of you are mourning past versions of yourself, coming to a place where you are allowing those to go. I really feel like there's, because here I'm getting like with this child, I'm getting inner child, like healing inner child wounds, and this child is holding up this pumpkin here to this Grim Reaper figure, or this figure that's representing that's representing this death energy. And it's giving me the energy of the ending of this old cycle, because pumpkins represent abundance. And it's given me the energy that ending this old cycle is unlocking this understanding of inner abundance that your inner child is holding. And this end that you are bringing here, your inner child, this inner child energy here is not afraid of this death figure here, of this Grim Reaper figure here. And they're saying in the wake of allowing this old cycle and this old version of you to end, you will discover that inner flame, that inner passion, that understanding of intrinsic worth within. That doing this inner child healing work, facing your fears, congratulating yourself, becoming this new version of yourself is unlocking this inner abundance within both of you. You're both being asked to clear this out. Come on now. To clear this out, because there is this emotional development that needs to happen within you. Because bam, 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is here. The 10 of Pentacles is here. Come on. This is beautiful. But this 10 of Cups and this 10 of Pentacles is about the choices that you make. The growing of this 10 of Cups and this 10 of Pentacles. And finding this long-term stability and understanding and emotional, spiritual satisfaction is about the choices. Is about making these choices. To stop seeking that outward validation, that your worth is not in the apple orchard. It's not in the barrel of apple cider. It's not in the honey butter. It's not in how much money people see you making. It's in the fact that you have it within you to plant those seeds and grow that apple orchard. That you are that person that has the ability to do that, and the strength and the knowledge to do that. And that when the going gets tough, you will make those hard decisions. You'll put up that closed sign and say, sorry, the apple orchard is closed right now. We got a fungus and we got to handle it. Otherwise, we'll lose this whole orchard. You know, or I'm just waiting for someone to see that I could grow a whole orchard. What are you waiting for somebody else to see that? See it in yourself. Plant the seed and grow it. Do it. And I feel that that's what it is. If you are in this more feminine energy here, it's like you're waiting, you know, it's like this energy of this person is reflecting, oh, they have so much potential. I want to give them a chance. Oh, they have so much potential. I want to give them a chance. When the real energy is, I have so much potential. I should give myself that chance. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I've heard Spirit say, that's enough. Oh my gosh, I know. I know, Spirit. I know. Okay. Thank you guys so very much for being here with me today. I really appreciate you guys ever so much. Okay. I will see you lovelies in the next one. Okay. I thank you to your spirits, angels, guardians, ancestors, masters, and guides that guided you to this reading. I hope it gave you the love light or clarity that you were really searching for. Thank you to my angel spirits, guardians, ancestors, masters, and guides for helping me to deliver this message as well as keeping me safe while I did so. I appreciate you guys ever so freaking much. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know how this resonated for you. Okay? Let me know if you're interested in working with me and receiving any of the services that I offer. Okay? My contact information is down below. I appreciate you guys ever so much, and I will see you lovelies in the next one, okay? Bye.